Master0283 on tracking. But from the looks of it, we are going to be just getting started right away, so no waiting, anything like that. Racers are, yep, there we go right there. So what do you think we're going to see on Uncle today?
Well, with silvers, hopefully the bow, but...
Oh, yeah, okay, silver's in Uncle's house.
Yeah. Let's go with, hammer. I'm going to say hammer.
Yeah, I guess I would, if it's the bow, I'm going to just say the seed is way too nice at the beginning.
Well, having to wait for an hour, maybe it'll give us a little love there.
No, we're going to be starting with Samaria, though.
Ooh. Not bad, not bad.
No, one of the easier starts because it's not very magic intensive compared to like Cane of Burna, and not as difficult as something like bombs, but you're able to farm for bombs pretty easily.
Tree pole?
No, it looks like they're gonna wait on the tree
Wow.
pole. Right, but, you know, if you've been here for a while, you can see at the top, this is a 3-0 race, so one of these runners is going to go to 4-0. Will only be one win away from guaranteed making it to the bracket. The other one's going to fall to 3-1, but still has a very good chance of making brackets still. We found that key that has to be in one of the first 4 chests, so might as well get it out of the way right now.
I wonder who's going to be the first to get a bomb.
Yeah, if we even see a bomb. I know I've seen a couple seeds recently where both runners don't even have a bomb when they make it to the back, even with farming as much as they can.
Yeah, prize packs haven't been super nice the last couple weeks.
Yeah, it's one of those things you hate doing, because if you don't get a bomb, you're just going to assume your opponent always has one, and you're going to be thinking, what kind of progression was back there? Okay, let's just get the ball there, though.
Easy game.
Let's just give him Samari and Silver Arrows. So if Misery Meyer is Crystal, I feel sorry for Vitreous, because he's going to die quick now.
Same with Helmasar and Pod. Armos.
Yeah, Armos. Let's see what other kind of value is in Hyrule Castle then, because we found those already. Might as well be something else that's nice. I guess 50 rupees is nice. You do need those rupees for the bottle merchant.
Yep. Unless you get lucky enough to get a bee.
Yeah, you could get that golden bee, which is nice because you can sell it for the 100 rupees, plus it's the sick kit check as well. Alright, but both runners have Zelda, so we're going to be making our way to the sewers. We haven't found the map yet, so one of the items is going to be the map, whether it's in the back of the escape, if we can even make it back there, because neither runner has a bomb just yet, or in the sanctuary chest. But 3 items, actually 4 items.
In the sewers.
Yeah. Yep, Dark Cross. So we got 4 items still, I believe. Yeah, Maniacal is still trying for that bomb drop, but no luck so far. Elminster's just kind of going through everything. Not going to worry about a bomb so much. Or might farm in like the rope hallway. That's a good place. There's a bunch of places you can get the rats as well.
I think it's kind of interesting to have these two matched up because I think it was only a couple weeks ago that they were paired against each other in the Super Metroid multi-category tournament. And Maniacal won by a slim little soft lock that Elm ended up getting himself into. So it'll be curious to see who wins this time.
Yeah, I'm sure Elm is going to be trying to do his best to win then, so doesn't want to lose both times.
Great.
Yeah, but Elm looks like he is just going to kind of skip. Might check for bombs here, but no drop
Looks
so
like
far.
a prize pack problem again.
Yep, no bombs. So we'll see if Maniacal, yeah, he's going to check all of these rats right here. Or try to, they all run away. Oh, he gets a bomb. So that was a very deep bomb in the prize pack then.
Lucky. Let's see if it pays off.
Yeah, we'll see if there's anything back there. We get a bottle of green goo in Sanctuary though.
That'll make Kakariko checks pretty nice.
Yep, always want to find an early bottle. We get an early map check. We've got the green on Hera, blue. Yep, blue on Eastern, and a basic crystal it looked like on Desert.
Yep.
Right, just 60 rupees in the back of Escape, so nothing important though.
Though I'm sure Elm's going to be thinking, I gotta go back there.
Yeah, luckily it's not something like gloves that are back there. Well, there's bombs though.
Bush crab's handing out the bombs.
That's why the prize pack wouldn't give it to you. It's like, we put them on the bush crab. You don't need them.
And a B-Torp. So, unless we don't get Dark World access, we probably won't be seeing AGA 1.
Yep. Or depending on what kind of Dark World access we have, because if we get Titan mitts, but no hammer or flippers, then, or boots if they want to try to do the fake water walking.
Or a hookshot.
No, hookshot is the other way around, to go from pod to the west side. Need flippers.
True, you're right.
So yeah, if we don't find either of those, though, it still may be required to get access to pod. But Elm is going to make his way into Kakariko Village, where we have plenty of items to check, so we'll see where the seed might be leaning here. We got 5 items in Blind's Hut, though.
I almost feel like it's making fun of the seed now that all we're getting is bombs.
Yeah. It's like, no bombs early here, have some bombs. Yep, yeah, have some more bombs. See, it was like, I heard you wanted bombs in Escape. Yep, here, have them all in Blind's Hut. And then they do get that single arrow as well, so now they can use that bow.
Hopefully they get a good shot.
Get some more rupees in Kakariko. Well,
enough for the bottle vendor now.
oh, we have a hammer. So yeah, or go ahead. Yeah, Maniacal giving a few, doesn't have a sword, but a few fury swipes with his arm with all those bombs. And throws a pot at the chest as well. And you know, after picking up all those bombs and we can't hold them, why not just give them a bomb bag upgrade with the big 10 on it? So now all those bombs are useless.
Well, somewhat useless. I mean, they get you into the well and behind to bombs and Moon Pearl.
Hey, we do have Moon Pearl, so now we're just gloves already away from Dark World access.
Technically, you can still get to the Dark World without. No, I lied. I forget the rocks are always on the portal.
Yeah, I mean, they could go into the Skull Woods, but you can't really do anything there, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like they just programmed it to where even if somehow you got the Moon Pearl and everything to get in there with the hammer somehow, that you just couldn't get anywhere.
Big 20 at the maze, so that's not going to be something they'll pick up.
Nope. And we had a heart container in the library, so we won't be picking that up either. But Elm is doing like the conventional routing, checking Kakariko, and then heading down to the dam for the South Hyrule check. Gets 20 more rupees. It'll be interesting to see. Maniacal already has the 500 rupees, but with the Moon Pearl, they could fake flip her up to Zora's, check the Waterfall of Wishing, and get Zora if if Elminster gets the rest of the rupees he needs.
Where did the difference in rupees come from?
Maniacal might have gotten a pickup, but we have gloves, so there's our Dark World access.
Speaking of pickup,
But Maniacal, I think he might have got a 20 rupee drop from somewhere, but he also got the 60 from the back of Escape.
oh yes, that's right.
Yep. He does his map check, sees 2 pendants.
I was just hoping he didn't forget Bottle Vendor or something.
Yep, Minister opting to use the green potion so he can use Cane of Samaria with the 3 hearts and the hammer. These are not easy to kill with the hammer at all.
Yeah, the hitbox is a little bit smaller when you have the hammer. Gotta get right up there and get close.
Yep, and with only the 3 hearts, they do a heart of damage per hit. There's some bombs.
Ooh! Get ready for the anthem.
Yep, we are going to get an early Swag Duck anthem. Or not.
Yeah, straight to Dark World, it looks like.
Which he is going to have to be very careful in here, because Green Mail 3 hearts, pretty much everything that he's going to see is going to deal at least 2 hearts of damage to him right now.
How hype will the hype cave be?
And there's plenty for them to find still, but Light World still has a lot of locations too. We'll see what the hype cave has.
Yeah, and Elm didn't go check the Ice Rod Cave. He is known to skip that. He doesn't love the Ice Rod Cave, so hopefully that won't come back to bite him.
Yeah, here's some more bombs though. Rupees, arrow upgrade, more rupees, and more rupees. So
definitely not a poverty seed.
yeah, I'm going to give it a 0 to 10 on hype. But Maniacal, unfortunately, he takes a death in the Mini Moldorm Cave. And actually, Elminster skipping out on Ice Rod Cave at the time wasn't really a bad idea. He got the flute in the Mini Moldorm Cave anyways. So if you were going to go to Kakariko, you can just fly to 8 and go check it at that point too.
Yep.
But yeah. Elm's just like, I have bombs. I'm going to go check this now.
Bombs and gloves. Makes it easy.
And probably happy to see, maybe not happy, but content with seeing that there's nothing there, so even if his opponent got back there, he didn't miss anything. But yeah, at this point, Elminster is gonna, looks like he's heading to Kakariko to use his flute and get the swag duck.
And then he'll probably head up Death Mountain.
Yeah, that's a potential play. Only can check Spectacle Rock right now and Old Man. We had a little bit early flute, but everybody please rise and take off your hats for the anthem.
Beautiful. Oh, he's gonna do Village of Outcasts instead. No Death Mountain yet.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe even check Skull Woods potentially.
He does have the cane, so that does make the second section of Skullwoods lots easier with the Gibdos. You can just plop that block down.
Alright, Maniacal getting the mini Moldorm Cave. He's gonna get his flute. And Ice Palace is our other pendant.
Skullwoods and Pod are 5 and 6 crystals.
So with those being our pendants, that does put a lot of potential items that we need. Oh, we have a mirror.
Ooh, nice. And the brewery has what for us today? Boo.
Just a quiver upgrade. Maniacal getting his swag duck. We'll see where he goes after this. Get our first medallion.
Wonder if that's going to help us with either Mire or Turtle Rock.
Well, Myra's not too far out. We just need gloves or the mitts at this point. So first item Thieves Town, we got 4 here, but it's just a 10 arrow upgrade. Miriarchy. So the difference between the crystals, the 5 and the 6 crystals are originally the Ice Pendant and Misery Mire, which unlocks the Fat Fairy, where you would typically get the Butter Sword and Silver Arrows.
Yes, and we found Quake as well within our Thieves Town first checks.
Yeah, and these are probably nice to find right away for the runners, because it gives them that kind of that peace of mind that we only need one more, and then you don't even have to worry about medallion requirements anymore.
And depending on how quickly we find the Ice Rod, if we have to dip into Ice Palace, or I'm sorry, the Fire Rod, if we have to dip into Ice Palace, if we get Bombos, that helps us out as well.
Ooh, Elminster taking a death, but going into a Dark World dungeon, 3 hearts. This seed has not been healthy whatsoever.
Not even 1 heart piece more.
It's like, I don't even know if we've seen a heart piece yet, have we?
The only full one that we've seen has been in the library.
Yeah,
We
it's
did
just,
get a couple heart pieces. I think one in Well.
yeah, maybe one in Well. But yeah, I have never seen actually a seed just this unhealthy. Yeah, Elma's just going to keep going.
Thieves' Town kind of scares me without a sword. I get that Cane of Samaria, hammer, with blind, takes a lot longer than if you have a sword.
Yeah, and I guess the thing that scares me the most is 3 hearts. You can only get hit once by blind himself, and you can only take 2 fireballs.
Yep.
That's if you can even make it to the back.
Ooh, and he makes it through the hellway.
Yeah, only taking a heart of damage. There's a heart piece in the Spectacle Rock. Bomb upgrade in Spectacle Rock itself.
Maniacal does pick up that heart piece. Had a little bit of a lag spike, so we didn't see what that chest was in Thieves' Town.
Yeah, but unfortunately we didn't see that. But yeah, and I don't blame him for picking up heart pieces right now at all. You're 21 minutes into the siege, you're still sitting at 3 hearts. That's insane.
Yep.
Ooh, Elm just barely dodging that anti-fairy. And Maniacal is heading into Hera.
Hera makes a little bit more sense to me because Moldorm's a lot easier to do with 3 hearts, and the hammer is so quick. It just takes 3 hits and you're done.
Yeah, the only, monsters you really have to worry about in here are the mini Moldorms. That's about it. Alright, so the key is going to be locked in the room itself, which he doesn't realize.
Yep, he seems to have forgotten that. I'm sure he's a little bit tilted after everything that's happened prior to the race starting.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit.
But he seems to be playing well, considering, so.
Yeah, we'll see, because he's going to be taking blind, and we're going to at least see the blind fight.
More bombs in Tower of Hera.
Because why not?
Bombs away for days.
And we're going to get hammer strats with 3 hearts. Oh, we're going to switch into Samaria.
Ooh.
Alright. Phase 3.
And Maniacal gets Trolldorm.
Oh, no! He only needed 1 more hit, too. Yeah, I don't blame him for leaving now.
Nope. Come back later. It's kind of smart that Maniacal got Tower of Hera's pendant simply because you have to eventually get over to Eastern Palace area that you can turn in that pendant, find out what Sahasralad's holding.
Yeah, especially with not having been over there at all, makes a lot more sense to do.
1 and done. Oh,
Ooh.
Maniacal again. Does that link turn into a pile of bones?
Yes, it's RoboLink 9000.
That's amazing.
Turns into a pile of bolts.
Oh,
We get our first sword, finally.
a toothpick.
But honestly, if I'm a runner right now, I'd actually rather see health.
Yeah, probably. The unfortunate thing about the fighter sword is that it's just a little tiny blade. It doesn't have very much reach, so even considering something like that, maybe a little bit more health would push a little further.
Yeah, and you've got to be. Oh well, let's just go to Master Sword right away.
Hey,
Why
there you
not?
go. Upgrade complete.
I guess the seed's being nice with weapons at least. It's like, well, we're not going to give you any health, so here's a bow and silver arrows. We'll give you the hammer right away. We'll give you Samaria, and we'll just give you Master Sword right away because, oh, well, we finally have
Aw.
some more health.
Big love for Elminster.
Maybe one of the happiest Stumpy checks you've ever seen before. And
Pod in Eastern Palace makes sense because you have the mirror, you have the bow.
Maximum Barnage, Elm made it all the way to blind and had 8 hits on blind.
Spiral Cave showing us.
Oh, just barely
One
gets
heart.
past the mini Moldorm. Well,
Little
there's a
love.
piece of heart. Considering his routing, I don't think he had a chance to check Paradox Cave. Okay, blue mail and flippers.
To match with his pretty blue shirt. Blue shoes.
He picks up Kiki. Yeah, but at least they, at least Elminster, there we go. I'm getting it. At least he has blue mail now. It was with those 4 hearts that gives you a lot more health than you used to.
Yeah, very much. What is Maniacal doing up on Death Mountain again?
He's probably going to Paradox, because since he died in Spiral, he
yes.
probably checked that first.
True.
Pod living up to its name, nothing in the front except keys.
Time for some fun in the back. Paradox has Bombos and some love.
Which gave that, heart container. Not going to complain about that. Okay, we've got a hook shot.
Wow.
So Pod definitely a play to make. We've got some more love. Even more. And a swipe net. And the mitts. So Maniacal can actually route Dark Death Mountain. He won't be able to do Hookshot Cave, but he can at least check Super Bunny Cave.
Elm's going to be doing some dark pod rooms down here in the basement.
See, I wonder if he's going to try the turtle room with 4 hearts and with no fire rod right now.
Nothing in the basement.
Nope, another key, which means the chest south of this dark room is going to have something.
Probably some bombs.
Yeah, it was, more bombs.
The lag. The lag.
I'm just going to say it's bombs because that's probably the best choice.
Yeah. The Elmnet has taken effect. Super Bunny is Cave of Love.
Okay, yeah. Maniacal's probably very happy to see 2 hearts there.
Yeah. Still no sync card. Unless the one that's in library is the sync card. But
It could be.
and it looks like our tracker saw that Turtle Rock is Bombo, so we know one of our medallions that we have is gonna get us in.
Yeah, but we know where all 3 medallions are, and both runners are more than likely to get them, so we don't even have to worry about it. So he is going to try to do the basement. Looks like there was either a heart piece or a heart container in one of the chests we missed, because he does have 5 hearts now.
True. Wonder if that was the same cart. Green pendant check. Aw, $100. Measly 100 pennies.
Yep, so Hoshvilla not holding anything this time. And
Besides the flippers and the blue mail.
Yeah, he's got that in his closet. And our tracker did see that there was powder somewhere in pod.
Yep. That's a great item to get. It's always good to have that for safety. You can check the magic bat.
Yeah, especially when you're sitting at, 5 to 8 hearts. Hookshot was in pod. But Maniacal's at least going to open pod up. We'll see if he dips in. He is going to. And Elminster is in the
Made
turtle
it through
room.
the turtle room. Wow.
Yeah, and barely took any damage either.
Is it 16 hammer hits to the face?
17 hammer hits.
17.
Yep, and then that 1 silver arrow right between his eyes. And there he goes. Just $20 on Helmethor, but that is our first crystal. And we'll see where he goes next.
No mirror to Eastern?
No mirror to Eastern. That is strange.
It is a pendant, so... But first couple chests you could check pretty quick.
Yeah, I mean, considering the dark rooms he just did, I'm pretty sure that the dark rooms in Eastern Palace he has no problem with.
I can do the dark rooms in Eastern Palace. I think anybody can. Hook shot.
Yeah, Maniacal gets his hook shot. Probably wishes he had it a little bit ago when he was on Death Mountain before. But yeah, Elminster is probably going to route Pyramid up to Catfish, and he'll mirror into the Zora area and give the 4 locations a check there.
Yep, we got Waterfall, Zora Ledge, and Zora. So ooh.
The Magic Cape.
I don't think we've seen what's been on the bumper ledge, did we yet?
No, nobody has checked that just yet.
We're gonna get a hammer jump? Probably not.
Nope, no hammer jump.
They give you enough keys.
Yeah, typically you don't see the hammer jump too often in non-key sanity because it really doesn't help because your keys are there. But in key sanity, you know, that way you don't have to find all the keys for pod.
True. What does the good fish have for us today?
Piece of heart, and typically you see that on the catfish, you end up mirroring out or saving and quitting, but when you're sitting at 5 hearts and you're 37 minutes into a seed, you're going to take every piece of heart you can see.
Every piece.
Okay, so powder was in that room. Nothing in Waterfall of Wishing, though. And Zora Ledge is going to have 10 arrows. Probably not grabbing that. Yeah, Hera was a complete bust. There wasn't anything in there, and Green Pennant just ended up being 100 rupees. So unless this is a pedestal seed, yeah, no reason to go into Hera whatsoever.
Do we want to see a pedestal seed?
I mean, I saw one earlier today, so I don't know if I want to see another one. And it was Canis
Pretty sure
Samaria.
chat always wants to see a pedestal seed.
Well, yeah, chat always wants to see pedestal. Chat just wants the biggest troll options that are ever possible.
I guess since it's not an Aga seed, we can maybe let it be a pedestal seed, but
Yeah, and as far as it being within logic, we're really only a lamp away.
Yep.
Which, you know, Ice Palace is a scary thought. Even with Blue Mail, 5 hearts, you don't even want to think about Cold Stare. But Elminster going to head back into the Dark World. Much better equipped than he was the last time.
Surprised he didn't go straight up to Skull Woods. Without a fire rod, maybe he's thinking he'll do it later.
Yeah, probably just wanting to avoid it unless he's got a fire rod. Skullwoods doesn't have as much value as it used to in like V27 and V28. You can find stuff there, but its value is a lot less than what it used to be.
Now we're getting our vengeance on blind. Maybe?
So Maniacal finally up to 9 hearts.
Yeah, I did see that one of the Dark Maze chests was a heart piece, so...
Yep, and then the big chest was a heart piece as well. So we're going to get a 2-heart blind fight. This time with the sword, though.
And cape.
Yep, and cape.
And you can see here his magic isn't draining because when you have cape equipped, if you grab a hold of the wall and pull, it doesn't drain your magic.
Yeah, barely uses a quarter of his magic right there to get blind to the last phase. Gets him right before the magic runs out. Just another big 20, but that is the second crystal. Maniacal is making the play in Eastern. I don't believe there was anything important on the first chest. We got a 5-arrow upgrade in the second one, though. And we'll see what he decides to do now. We're going to get the Batman check.
I'm pretty sure, Rope Goat, that Maniacal did not die in Pod. I think he just mirrored out after he finished the Dark Maze. Maybe without the lantern, he doesn't want to do Dark Turtle and everything.
Yeah, especially he doesn't have a sword yet either, so he would have to use the hammer to kill them in the dark.
Yeah.
Which it's already hard enough. Yeah, it didn't look like we had anything on Batman. We're gonna get our first check on the Ice Rod Cave. Just 10 arrows.
Not worth. We'll also get our first look at the old man.
Yes, I believe Maniacal skipped this when he was up here himself.
We will be getting a Lake Hylia Island and a under the bridge check with the hobo.
Well, there's some of the health.
Some more love.
But Elminster making his way to Paradox Cave first. There's Red Mail.
Now he needs to find the other shoes so that his shirt and his shoes still match.
Yeah, no more matching shirt and shoes. He is a robot though, so he's probably not even thinking about that.
True.
Elminster gets up to 6 hearts, and it's only 43 minutes into the seed, so that's a good amount of hearts, right?
Yeah, something like that. All 3 medallions as well.
Yep, probably happy to see all 3. He gets his mitts and his first shield. Gets the swag net and another heart.
It's gonna bond jump across the little way here. Aw.
Oh, that actually looked good.
Need to be down a little more, maybe? Maniacal gonna go pick up his fancy red boomerang. How did that hook shot just pass through that bush?
I don't know. That bush just, I guess there was nothing for it to grab onto. He is going to go ahead and open Turtle Rock while he's here, though.
He might. Probably will, just to get it done with, since you have to get in there anyways.
mean, technically, depending on how the keys are situated right now, you could get all the way to Laser Bridge.
It's true.
It's not something you want to think about, but it is possible.
Especially with only 7 hearts and blue mail. Well, here we go.
And actually, this is... Oh, never mind. I was thinking it wouldn't be a bad idea to check, because if you don't find a key in that first chest, then you know it's Fire Rod locked immediately.
True.
He might do it after checking Super Bunny Cave and Hookshot Cave.
We haven't seen the Hookshot Cave yet, so that'll be nice.
Yep, 4 items in there. He's going to get 2 more heart containers here.
That definitely would help in Turtle Rock.
Yeah, so all the health was on Death Mountain then.
It does seem that way.
Which, you know, makes no sense because it's called Death Mountain, but we're going to put all the life there.
It's probably because everybody keeps dying up there that their hearts are just sitting around on the ground.
That could be it. So Hookshot Cave, we get a big 20. So mushroom.
Mushroom, mushroom.
And 2 pieces of heart. So 46 minutes into the seed, we finally have our first full row of hearts. Which, if you think about it, Elminster went from having 5 hearts, and then in like about 4 minutes, he went to having 10 hearts. But here's the Turtle Rock dip.
Is it a key? Is it a fire rod? Ah,
Okay, so
Wow.
it is Fire Rod locked then.
that was definitely short-lived.
Yeah, that's one of the nice reasons to check it though when you don't have Fire Rod. It's just you immediately know it's like, okay, I need Fire Rod to progress, and it doesn't take that much time to check. Maniacal, in the meantime, he's making his play into Thieves Town. And Elminster, we'll see if he's going to go into Hera or where he's going to go. Yep.
Hera.
He-
Yeah.
He will make the play. I was like, maybe he'll go to Spike Cave instead, but
There's some health here in Hera too, so maybe that'll help out. No burrito.
I mean, nobody needs the burrito in Hera, especially when it's there.
I'm pretty sure that we didn't see Maniacal go down to the basement either, so I think maybe Compass
believe
or
we-
small keys down there?
Yeah, I believe we found all the items, so he's not going to burn in the basement either. Yeah, there's a piece of heart. He needs, I think, 2 more to give him another heart container. Yeah, and I guess even if there's an item in the basement, but there's bombs, so yeah, we've got both our items in here. But yeah, even if we had to go to the basement, we can't do it yet. We don't have a fire source.
It's a shame Bombos doesn't work.
Yeah, all those explosions, but not enough to set a torch on fire. Alright, we're gonna get the Trolldorm fight on Elminster's side.
Nice bounce back.
Yep, and Trolldorm immediately just says no.
Not today. Easy. Good job.
Yeah, very, very nice kill other than just getting denied going into the arena first. Maniacal, on the other hand, is doing hammer strats on blind since he still is missing a sword.
Yeah, if you just run down into the digging game and be south of the Grove Cave.
Alright, Elminster thinking. Maniacal gets the kill on blind. We'll pick up his first crystal.
No bumper cave check yet.
Yep, still no bumper cave check.
No bumper cave, no skull woods.
Yeah, Ice Palace would be another play that could be made.
Mire is open.
Yeah, Mire's also open.
We haven't had a Gainus check, desert, checkerboard, Mire shed. Like, there's a bunch of stuff in the bottom left.
Yeah, and that'll probably be done before even thinking about dipping into a pendant Ice Palace.
You got blacksmith.
Yeah, Swamp is open. Maniacal gets his first sword. But Maniacal looks like he's gonna do the. Yep, he's gonna go get Jeremiah.
He was a really good friend of mine.
And we're gonna get our first check in the Hammer Pay cave as well. Okay.
Elm's awake.
All right.
More bombs.
And we're gonna get Spike Cave.
Makes sense. You got enough safeties now with the cape and.
Yeah, I'll still have to take a bit of damage, but between the hook shot, the cape, more than enough. And technically, it's within logic because of the bottle. The blacksmiths are shieldsmiths. Just a big 20, though. He's gonna do his Batman check.
You would think that Batman, being, you know, like a very, very rich person, could afford more than a $20 tip, but.
Yeah, I would think he could just give the big 300, but, you know,
Right?
why would he do that? We're gonna get our first check on Mushroom, which is also just a big.
That's a lot of big 20s floating around.
And we're gonna flute too. Oh, he might make the dip into Eastern.
The green pendant as well.
Yep. Check the green pendant and then check Eastern potentially, or maybe just the green pendant. Maniacal is about to pick up his Master Sword.
I always thought a Master Sword kind of looked like a lightsaber. It's all blue and glowy.
Kinda does.
I wish it made the sound that a lightsaber did, though.
I mean, there might be a way to do that. Sure, you could hack the ROM to do that. And Elminster making the play to the mire area. Oh, there's still plenty of money left in the seed. I think we've only seen one of the 300 so far.
Yeah, I think so. In Kakariko. The back of the tavern?
Yeah, I believe so. Well, there's our second row of hearts finally, and we see our third shield.
Yep. We will have a riot shield at the end of the day.
And Elminster is makeup. Never mind. Oh, he doesn't have the magic.
Not enough magic, yeah. That's alright, we can still check checkerboard. Desert.
Yep.
Pretty easy.
Yeah, see if desert is boots locked, at the very least. And Maniacal is going to make the play into swamp. Oh, and there's tempered.
Now Elminster's a Sith Lord because he's got the red lightsaber.
Well, we need to find the Force Sword, then they can go back to Jedi.
True.
Alright, so Maniacal is going to get this first chest, which has to be a key. Elminster is going to check the desert ledge.
Some more love.
And he does pick it up. And we're going to go inside of desert. Oh, there's 300 rupees.
Another 300.
So it is a boots locked desert palace then. We had the small key on the torch.
Maybe we'll get big key here and get boots in the big chest.
Oh, there's the first part of it. Does remember about the little magic pot there, so that should give him enough to get into the mire.
That is not some red shoes.
Nope, no red shoes. Alright, so Elminster is going to head... Oh, is he going to steal a key?
Or is he just going to finish land mode to see if there's even anything on the right side that he would want?
No, he can finish land mode. He doesn't have a fire source still.
He doesn't remember that either.
Yeah, he's going to land mode. Gonna figure out very soon that he's gonna need that.
Back up, Elm. Put the brakes on.
He's gonna go all the way to... Oh, no. Then he realizes, oh, yeah, I need a fire source. I mean, granted, in his defense, you're an hour into the seed without a fire source still. It doesn't happen too often. And it looks like he's gonna make the play into swamp after Maniacal. So with knowing that, then, as far as go mode, we're looking for both rods, boots, and lamp if you want logic, but really we just need boots and both rods at this point.
Yep. any of those could be on pedestal, right?
Yeah, all of those, since Ice Palace is accessible with Bombos,
With Bombos.
Fire Rod can't. Yep, Fire Rod can't be on pedestal. I've got a compass, so still nothing so far in Swamp.
Is there any dungeon that is a pendant dungeon that you personally always kind of feel like it's a really good idea to check it?
Thieves Town would be the best one. I hate going into a pendant ice, but typically there's always something in there. And it's almost seeming like that's what's going to need to happen, especially on this seed. Because we are running out of locations in a hurry right now. So, let's see. If we don't find anything in Swamp... Nope, neither runner has checked Skull Woods, I believe, yet.
True.
So we got Skull Woods, Ice Palace, Mire. And that's pretty much it.
The guy on the couch, Fire Rod, Ice Rod, and Boots are all that are potentially on the pedestal that we really are concerned about as far as what we need for go mode. So there could be a bunch of other things on there, though.
Lamp cannot be on pedestal due to Eastern Palace. Well, there's the Ice Rod, though.
One down.
Landmo is impossible right now. You need a fire source to be able to get to Landmo.
Guess that means Argus has an item, right?
Yep, Argus is going to have our last item.
Hopefully it's something good. I want a book.
And that would be the best thing. Because it gives them more locations to check, and then we can always go check the pedestal, too.
Yeah. The Book of Medora Alpha Channel? Shovel would be fun too. Shovel to book to ped.
Yeah, and either of those on the pedestal is one of those things you don't want to see, because then you don't even know if you need to do it. No, Elm does not have anything in his bottle at all.
He used the green potion. Where again?
I think he used the green potion to try to fight Blind.
I feel like he used it before that. Oh, Moldorm Cave.
Yep,
The mini Moldorm Cave.
yep, to get the magic for Mini Moldorm. Well, I mean, Argus had the Sank Heart.
which is nice, but you know, there could still be something in Big Chest because they didn't get the big key to the back end.
No, Maniacal came back and checked that. That's where Ice Rod was.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I missed that, I guess.
Ooh, Elminster just
Almost
getting
got
past
hit by that
Yeah,
fireball.
Yep.
We haven't seen Agina's cave.
Yeah, I think Elminster skipped it.
Oh man, you're you're pushing this a little close.
Yeah, there's a couple hearts here, I think. I was
Aw.
almost thinking he was going to get the health refill there.
That would have been so fortunate.
3 hearts now, though, and his fight against Argus is going to be much easier than Maniacal's because he's got tempered. He doesn't have to do spins. But Maniacal
Right
getting his
shield.
right shield. And Elminster's probably actually happy to see the Ice Rod before the Fire Rod at this point, because he knows Fire Rod can't be in Turtle Rock at this
Turtle
point.
Rock.
So when he gets Fire
Yeah.
Rod, he can just go through it at that point. He's going to get his map, and then going to head to Argus, get the kill there. He'll pick up a couple hearts just to be safe, though. So Maniacal also making the play in the desert. He's going to get stopped right here at the big chest.
But at least they have the knowledge that boots are going to be required.
Yep.
We still have Graveyard Ledge too.
Okay, is Maniacal going to steal a key, though? And boots technically might not necessarily be required by the seed. Oh, well, Maniacal's going to do the same thing.
True, you're right. Oh, yeah, he remembered.
That would be one of those risks of stealing the key. Is you could save and quit and then come to desert, steal the key. If there's nothing there, then just do a hard reset.
Hard reset, yeah.
But yeah, it's probably not worth it. If you're looking for a lot more items, maybe.
First dip into Mire.
Yep, we are getting the Mire check. And well, where does Elminster go at this point?
I was gonna say Skullwoods.
That looks like that's where he's going. Yeah, Misery Mire is another one of those dungeons, though, where to get every item, outside of the boss, you still need a fire source. So there's a couple locations that are completely locked right now.
Everything is pretty much locked behind a fire source of some kind. Turtle Rock, Misery Mire, if you want to do the left side, and the big key vanilla chest. Desert's locked. Can't get into the back half of Skull Woods without the fire rod.
Yeah, Basement of Hera.
Yeah, but we know that's the small key, so.
Yeah. Okay, so Elminster is going to do the blacksmith and then probably the purple chest. So first item in Mire is a piece of heart.
Deku Stick, natural style, that's the wrong game. Ice Rod Cave didn't have anything.
Yeah, I think it was just 10 arrows. Yep. Alright. Elminster's going to get his riot shield here. Well, let's see if Maniacal remembers I need a fire source.
I don't think anybody has checked Agina's cave. I don't remember if Elm checked it. I almost feel like he left straight after Desert and went to Swamp.
Yeah, I think both of them skipped it. And I don't know if we've had a check on Graveyard Ledge or Bumper Cave.
We haven't.
So there's both items in Mire. Looks like Maniacal is heading over there right now, though. Or not. Oh, he hasn't checked checkerboard yet either.
It's kind of hard to do from the, you know, if you don't remember to go around.
Yeah, okay. Now look, we're getting the Skullwoods play.
Skullwoods!
So we'll see what's in here. Well, first item's 300 rupees.
Dollar bills, yeah.
And we get a big key, so we're gonna have to go to the room to the
All
south.
the way around.
Alright, Agina's cave was just more bombs.
This is like the most bombingest seed ever. I swear I don't know that I've ever seen this many bombs in another run.
Yeah, I can't think of many more chests that have to be bombs. I think they're done.
I hope
And
so.
I'll say that, and then we'll see bombs right away. And Maniacal is going to make the Pendant Ice Palace play. Just a key. So one more item, we got one location left to check in Skullwoods.
Guess he doesn't want to check it.
And looks like he's going to check Bumper Cave, and I would assume he's going to check the Graveyard Ledge at the very least as well. Oh, a shovel.
Fetch quests. Shovel to book to pedestal.
Yeah, that's a possibility. Or even shovel to, fire rod. Think it could be lamp too, could be boots.
I'm sure that, you don't have to have book for pedestal, so that if it comes down to that, whatever.
Yeah, you don't need the book for that, but it does give access to tablets then.
Right.
And then I believe another location that Elminster hasn't checked, Maniacal has, but he hasn't checked the hobo under the bridge yet, because he doesn't have his red mail.
Boots in graveyard.
Well, that would be the best, because then you can just check Kingstomb.
And bonk rocks.
Yeah, that too.
Aww.
50 rupees.
Maniacal getting ready for his Ice Palace Bond jump.
That looks good, yep.
Perfect. Nice shot.
I think Elminster is going to be heading to Misery now.
Nope,
Or not.
He tricked you.
I think maybe he thought that it's like, I don't have a fire source, I don't want to risk it.
Yeah. He's gonna go dig a hole.
Yep, check that first. And nothing on Ice Palace yet. Until there. Oh, and the
That
fire rod
jinx
from the
cheese?
show.
Wow.
Okay,
Well,
so
officially, Ped is dead.
yep, Ped just died immediately.
All at once.
So this is going to be interesting because finding the boots, Maniacal will probably go to Desert Palace to clear that out. but
Still
it
no
doesn't
fire
give him
source.
access. Yeah, it doesn't give him access to too much more. Whereas the fire rod that Elminster got gives him access to Misery Mire, which he's going to go clear, Desert Palace, which he's going to go clear, Skull Woods, which he can go clear, and well, he can't finish Desert. Actually, no, he can finish Desert Palace. We don't need the boots because he already has the big key. So Elminster is actually in go mode then.
Yeah. Well, unless GT
yeah.
big keys on.
Yep, GT
Twitch.
big key.
That's the unknown variable at this point to determine if boots are really required.
But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how long Maniacal puts off that bumper cave ledge.
Oh, so close to that one cycle.
Yep, just about had it, but there he goes.
Library was a full heart container.
Well, speaking of a lamp, because chat was just bringing it up, there's the lamp in Ice Palace.
Aziz, light.
Actually, yeah, that chat just pointed out, Maniacal doesn't actually have his cape yet. Unless the tracker missed it. But I don't believe it. We'll see the next
Have to
time.
keep an eye on his inventory.
Yeah, our tracker just typed in chat confirming he does not have cape yet.
Wow.
Now I'm trying to think where the cape actually was. Oh, cape's on Pyramid.
Yeah, pyramid ledge. Forgot.
And he didn't check Pyramid Ledge. Alright, well, we're gonna get a cold stare fight.
Bombos makes that so easy.
Yes, it does, especially if you don't have half magic, you don't need to worry about coming down here with either a potion, which they only have the one bottle still, which I think Maniacal still actually has green potion in there.
Yep.
But you don't have to worry about having that full magic meter.
I'm pretty sure the Bassa that I'm confident in Elm's ability to do the dark rooms in Mire.
Yeah, considering how well he took care of the turtle room, which in my opinion is like the second hardest dark room only to the Misery Mire, the first room of the dark rooms, if you don't have a fire rod. Yeah, he took care of that with no problem at all, especially with such a low heart. He didn't even care. Just went right through it, took a heart of damage at most.
He is going to check the right side of desert, though, because he's still looking for that fire rod.
Yeah, he's gonna check that still. Let's see, we're gonna find out where that big key is in Misery Mire. We're gonna find out what's in Desert. Just have a map here. So that does mean Land Molus is gonna have one item. We've got a big 20. Yeah, there are some 4-0 runners already. There have been 3-0 matches. I actually think the first match of week 4 was a 3-0 race. I should know that because I commentated on it, but I'm almost positive it was a 3-0 race. Yeah, Elminster has his big keys heading to the back. And well, we won't see it, but we'll see how the dark room goes. It sounds like he got the skull. And gets it. And down goes Line from Maniacal. We get the 5-arrow upgrade. Yeah, and that was a very, very quick dark room. Gets the switch. And I think Maniacal is going to follow suit. Now that he has a lamp, he does have his own fire source. So he can clear Misery Mire right now, but he's still going to be looking for that fire rod, and right now it's well out of the way. Powders the anti-fairy to get some of those hearts back. Fills those hearts up entirely. And we're going to have silvers against Vitreous. Just go ahead and takes the lightning anyways. Yep, Fire Rod is behind the shovel, which you need the cape for. And cape is sitting on Pyramid.
I have returned. Sorry about that.
Oh, welcome back, and we just saw Elminster finish up Vitreous. Very clean kill.
And super great job during those dark rooms. Doing this with the blocks to get to the vanilla big key location in Mire takes so much longer if you don't have that fire rod.
Yes, it does. So yeah, so Elminster's going to head to Skull Woods to get his 6th crystal. And then after that, he'll go to Turtle Rock to get his 7th. As far as Elminster checking chests, he might check chests that are on the way looking possibly for Buttersword and, you know, the boots as well. Because that's probably the only thing that's really on his mind at the moment. And the boots only for that small chance that you need it for the Ganon Tower Big Key.
I hate that room with the Gibdos and the torches.
Yeah, especially if you have to go through here with something like a fighter's sword or a master sword.
And no half magic.
Yeah, then you have very low magic against Mothula. Thankfully, though, we didn't have to do this, you know, like an hour ago when we only had 3 or 4 hearts.
True.
That would have just been evil. And Mothflood not really playing nice, but Elminster still takes him down fairly quick. Gets 5 rupees. And crystal number 6.
Do you think that he's going to check Pyramid Berry?
I don't see any reason why you would. It's out of the way at this point, and you'd be doing it looking really for boots.
Or
I don't.
sword?
Yeah, I mean, you could go for Butter Sword, but most runners, especially the 3-0 runners, are more than comfortable with the Tempered Sword. And the difference between Tempered Sword and Butter Sword on Ganon really isn't that big of a difference. Yeah, I really don't see him opening. I mean, Turtle Rock, he'll check every chest until he's got his keys necessary, which, unless they're set up, he's going to have to go to Laser Bridge. Might find the Butter Sword there.
Yep. Or in the search for the Ganon Tower Big Key.
Yep, that's possible as well. Yeah, the Turtle Rock Dark Room in comparison to Pod's Dark Rooms with no Fire Rod or Misery Myers is easy.
Yeah, with the Fire Bar Room where you really only have to push directions and not very much that you can do besides hookshot to avoid things, you're probably pretty set in the Turtle Rock Dark Rooms.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy to memorize that pattern, so.
Yeah, instead of, having to put a block on a switch that you can't see.
While being shot at with fireballs.
Yeah, and shot at very quickly, too.
From multiple directions.
Right. Maniacal, where is he going then? Oh, he's got Hookshot. He might be checking Hookshot Cave then.
And Spike Cave.
He's going to do Spike Cave first, it looks like.
Sports Hefe, we already know, because Elm checked early on, that the first chest in Turtle Rock is not a small key, so it is Fire Rod locked to get that small key right there.
Yeah, so if he tries to check that, he'll leave immediately, so it's
It'll
not a
be a
huge
short
time
trip.
loss.
Yeah.
But so the next 2 chests are guaranteed to be keys. Or the Poke is going to be one. This chest is guaranteed to be a key. And those chain chomps don't fool around.
Phoenix Archer Fire Rod was at the dig spot, and Shovel was on Bumper Cave, and the cape for Bumper Cave is on Pyramid Ledge.
Yep. And with Elminster already having the big key, he's just going to skip the vanilla big key chest. Yeah. So chat, since you like having the fetch quest to the fetch quest, you got the cape to the shovel for a go mode fire rod. So you didn't get your pet seed, but you got the fetch quest seed. Maniacal checking hook shot cave. Gonna find the mushroom. Probably will not be very happy to see the big 20 that the witch offers him for that.
Maybe it's worth $20 to the witch.
Yeah, I mean it could be. But yeah, Maniacal is gonna make the play into Turtle Rock. We'll find out very soon that it's Fire Rod locked, so he'll be out of here. Yeah, and due to key placements, Laser Bridge is not needed whatsoever.
Come on. Didn't you see Elm do the Dark Rooms Sports FA? Like, I don't think he's gonna fall.
Yep, he is going to powder this anti-fairy. He was at 3.5 hearts. With Blue Mail, that's can be a scary Trinex fight.
Yeah. And no safeties that you can really use since you have to keep swapping between your rods. I was gonna say, I'm surprised he's not doing back strats, but he didn't have boots to dash, so.
Alright, down go the 2 heads, and now just the main body left.
Ha ha ha, Riking, you're funny.
And down goes Trinex, so Elminster is going to get crystal number 7. So Miss Metroid, do you know what time it is?
It is 9:45 Mountain Standard Time.
It's also another time.
Oh, it's that other time. It's the guessing game time.
Yes, so Elminster is going to be heading to Ganon's Tower, and it's going to be very quick, so get your guesses in quick. But you can guess any number between 1 and 22 for the location where we're going to find that Ganon Tower big key. If you are the first one to guess it and you are a subscriber to any of the Speed Gaming channels, or you've donated at least 250 bits to any of those channels, you will be entered into the leaderboard that we have. But please get your guesses in quick, because as soon as Elminster enters into Ganon's Tower, we will close that up.
What are you guessing?
I'm going to guess chest number 17.
Is that a lucky number?
No, that's just the one I feel like guessing today.
I usually go with 5, but I feel like today I'm going to go with 10. I'm going to double it up.
Oh, he's going to immediately go left side, though.
Full left side? Wow.
Right,
Yay,
so,
Bob lives. No
Yep, Bob.
boots.
Yep, Bob is going to live, 1 because of no boots, and that does mean Elminster is officially in go mode now. And that could be the reason why he went left side first, was I don't have boots, I want to see if it's there. So 1 was bomb upgrade, 2 is a small key, 3 is another small key, 4 is another small key, and we get another bomb upgrade.
It's a good thing I didn't guess 5 today.
Alright, so he's going to switch it up and go right side now. Six is 5 rupees. 7 is 300 rupees.
Is that the last 300?
There might be 1 more. Alright, so Maniacal is in the right area. He's checking catfish, so he's close to the pyramid. Hopefully he goes to check it.
Ah, he saved and quit. No.
That's not what we wanted to see, but we'll see where he goes. So 8's compass. 9 is our big key.
9. I almost had it, but that's all right.
Well, I mean, if you get technical, nobody in the channel that was a sub or supporter actually correctly guessed it. Our closest was Modus Ponus.
Modus Ponus, we guessed the same number.
So, I mean, he won, so we could say that you won at the same time.
Sweet. Well, only if he wants to share in the glory. I definitely do not need to take any claim to that since I didn't actually enter the game, but...
Elminster's going to do a bomb jump to go get some fairies, because he can't bonk across. And fill his magic up. Yeah, so if you did guess 9, you know, congratulations for guessing correctly. Unfortunately, not able to be on the leaderboard, but you did a good job.
If you want to be on the leaderboard, feel free to subscribe to any of the Speed Gaming channels or donate a minimum of 250 bits to any of the channels, and you'll be able to play the game. Boots were in Ice Palace.
The Landmo 2 fight. Almost a one
Ooh,
cycle.
so close.
Oh, and that one turtle on Maniacal's side was hiding behind the bomb drop.
Sneaky little sucker.
Alright. Still making his way up the gauntlet, gets past that first room that feels so good when you get it.
I like this one better, but I can't do it properly.
Yeah, I know a lot of runners make that room look very easy, but it is not an easy room to do.
Maniacal gets Helmusar down.
Yep, down goes the king.
Now it's just the search for the fire rod.
Yeah, hopefully, you know, he's in the area, so hopefully we see the play over to Pyramid.
I think he probably will do that. I hope he doesn't go into Eastern and think maybe it's Pedestal, but...
Yeah, that is a possibility. And that's what he might be doing.
No! I don't know if he's actually come into Eastern at all, so maybe he's just doing a regular check to see.
I think he has come into Eastern, actually.
Ah.
Yes, he has.
Elm will be heading into Moldorm 2.
Gonna go for spins. Oh, there we go. No trolling today. And Now he just has Aga 2 and Ganon left, after getting past the most annoying hallway in the game.
Let's see how good the positions are. With the... Oh,
Oh,
there
there's a
you go.
triple.
Yeah. Oh,
This is a pretty good setup. Oh,
hey. So close.
there we go. So 3-1-1-1. Alright, so Armos is going to have the last item in Eastern. We know it's not going to be anything that's worth it. And we'll see if he decides to go pull the pedestal after that, too.
That would be very entertaining because we don't know what it is.
And we get some philosophy from Ganon.
Ooh, that was quick.
Yep, very quick. Going to use some cape strats. Switch to hook shot.
Yeah, he's got to watch his magic because he doesn't have any refills and he doesn't have half magic. So he's still going to have to be able to light those torches on phase 4.
Yeah, and he doesn't have a lamp for low magic.
Yeah.
He has to use fire rod too. We're on phase 3 now, though. He needs 3 more strikes.
Do you actually have to damage Ganon in this phase for him to do anything?
Yeah, you do have to hit him for him to jump.
Ah.
Alright, phase 4, so just 4 silver arrows now into Ganon. Gets 1 arrow, misses torch glitch, unfortunately. Sets up for a double.
Oh,
Ooh,
so
almost a
close to that
triple.
triple.
And that is it for Ganon.
GG, Elm. Everybody in chat.
Yep, get your GGs for Elminster.
And it looks like Maniacal did get Eastern Palace finished. Armos only had a piece of heart. And we're back to the Dark World. So maybe he's going to head over to Pyramid now.
Yeah, that's probably where he's going. But Elminster
Hopefully.
does finish the seed with an official speed racing TV time of 1 hour, 43 minutes, and 29 seconds. And we'll see if we can get him in here for an interview.
He did pop into chat for a quick second to make a thoughtful comment about how he felt, but let's see if we can get him into the Discord call. And there's Cape for Maniacal.
Yep, so hopefully that leads him to the bumper cave now. Oh, and Elminster is in the ready room, so we're going to go ahead and bring him in. And we are joined by Elminster. GG.
Hi.
Good going.
Oh my god, that was not fun.
We know we got a little bit of comment in chat about the seed, but what about any more comments?
Let's see. So
We're getting a pedestal pull, by the way, everybody.
going into the Thieves' Town with 3 hearts and then like actually legit trying to do it with the hammer was not a good idea.
So yeah, just on a note, we did get a blind pedestal pull before it shows up on the credits, and we do find out it was just some couch cash.
Okay, I was like honestly kind of hoping that the items in the seed would trip him up a bit because I felt like I lost a lot of time. So you probably saw me like just pause after I got out of Para.
Yep.
I got really sick in the middle of this, so I had to leave for like a minute or two.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It was just like I was feeling awful, and then like at the same time I was regretting a lot of my decisions. Like I was wondering, should I have put Death Mountain off for this long? I don't know. It was just like I felt way behind. I felt like I had to make some gambles, and I felt like Swamp was the play because of like how early we got everything that was needed to access it. So at that point, I figured, okay, I'll go into Swamp. Like, I made some mistakes. I went to the back of Desert without a fire source and without realizing.
You both did, so it's all right.
Okay, well, I feel better about that. Like, did he find the lamp?
Yes.
Yeah, he did find the lamp, and he found boots. They were actually both in Ice Palace, and that's kind of... It's led him on a wild goose chase, because he finally just got his cape, and he's getting his shovel now.
Okay, I was hoping the main thing that might trip him up would be the cape, because I feel like with the amount of like fluting around we were able to do in this seed, Pyramid might not have been a great check, especially since one of the 5-6 crystals was skull was. So like I could see him wanting to pair that with the pyramid check.
Yeah, that does make sense, but unfortunately, the pyramid led. If you like a fetch quest, we'll just give you another fetch quest because why not?
Pretty much.
I was honestly thinking that I'd probably lost this until I found the fire rod. I had like a really strong feeling that it was going to be behind the cave, and when I saw the shovel on the bumper cave, I was just like, I almost felt like I knew. But I was really happy when I pulled that fire rod out, because it basically told me I actually had a chance.
Yeah, and the interesting thing was, when you go to the watch on the restream, is you pulled the fire rod out at pretty much the exact second that Maniacal pulled the boots from Ice Palace. So we're like both think, at that point, it's like both items might be necessary at that point. We weren't completely sure, but then it's like, wait a second, we only need fire rod because we already have the big key. So yeah, he's in go mode now, unless that big key is on the torch. And you went left side right away to probably check to see if I need the boots or not.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did. And like the Dark Magician play is something I normally don't do. I don't usually like that route for Cannon's Tower. But when I went into... I was thinking about it because I went left side right away to check the torch. And I found literally every key inside the Stalfos room. So I was just like, okay, this is like screaming, go right side.
That's very intuitive to think something like that. I probably would have gone continuing through left side. Obviously, your knowledge is highlighted by a lot of this. Everybody was also very impressed by all of your dark room moves. The turtle room and all of Meyer.
Oh, the turtle room was sick. I normally don't flip off 6 like that. That was just like...
Because we were talking about, it's like going down there, it's like, just going down there without the fire rod in general, it's just like, that room just can be so random. And you're going down there, I believe, I think you had blue mail at that point already, but still blue mail and 5 hearts, so they still deal like a heart of damage.
Dude, all the hearts in this seed are on Death Mountain. This is insane.
Yeah, it's just, I think 45 minutes it was. Like, you went from being at 5 hearts to 10 hearts in the matter of like 3 to 4 minutes.
But yeah, so like when I got what was it? I think when I got Titans from Paradox Cave, I was like, okay, so I basically just need Fire Rod and Ice Rod. I have a lot of dungeons that I can go into. I can finish like all the pendant dungeons at this point. I guess like none of them were required except for Ice being logically required for Lamp and Boots. But yeah, none of the pendants were required. But I was like, okay, so like the classic play, or like the play that like probably 90% of people would make at this point is they're gonna go complete the crystal dungeons that they can and full clear them. And I was like, okay, well, I still don't have a fire source. I can't really full clear Mire. I didn't really think about desert, which was my bad. But there's that, and then there's like, okay, I've got swamp available, but you know, you obviously want to leave that for go mode if you can. And I was just like, dude, I don't know what to do. Like, I'm pretty sure that if I go to crystal dungeons and like full clear as much as I can of the dungeons that I know I need to do, I'm pretty sure I'm going to lose if I do that. And I'm pretty sure like it's going to take me absolutely forever to find both of the rods if I do that. So I like thought back to where items were early in the seed, and I was just like, okay, where's like the most likely place for like the next progression to end up after that? And the answer was swamp. And I was pretty happy to see the ice rod in the big chest because it meant that I didn't have to search Turtle Rock for it.
Exactly. We had speculated about it would be better to get Ice Rod before Fire Rod, so you wouldn't think, hey, I can go through Turtle Rock. What's the chance that Ice Rod's somewhere in there?
Yeah, definitely when Turtle Rock is Fire Rod locked, you always want to find that Ice Rod first, because it's like, I can just go to Turtle Rock and clear it. I don't need to worry about anything, just need my keys. And then you got to skip Laser Bridge on top of that. I guess with the skipping of Laser Bridge, did you think, since you already had the Mirror Shield, did you think about possibly going in there just to check for the boots since you were there?
I thought about it like while I was fighting Trinex, and I was just like, I don't feel like I'm in a great position right now. Like, for all I knew, Maniacal had not made a lot of mistakes that I made, like going into the back of Desert, or let's see, what else did I do that was dumb? I did a lot of dumb things, like Thieves, dying in Thieves with 3 hearts is one of them. Like, attempting to do that was not that smart. I had some like sort of back and forths on the overrule that cost me time because I was like indecisive where to go. So I was like, I don't feel in a great position. I think I just need to go as fast as I can.
Well, you did a great job. Sub 145. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, especially with no boots.
Thanks.
So do you feel like you may have made up your win tonight for the loss in the Super Metroid multi-category tournament?
Let's see. Like, that loss was mostly because of like one big mistake I made at the end of that match, which was I soft locked in the Mother Brain fight. So it was like kind of like it's one of those things that is like it's like the comparison I'd make to this is someone's in the lead and they despawn the sprites in Ganon's tower and have to do it over. It's kind of like that. So I don't know, like that match is just kind of I lost, but it's like if I hadn't soft locked I would have won, and it was like not an ending that anyone really wanted to see, but he did win that. This was like I know he's made a lot of strides in Link to the Past recently, so like if this were a vanilla NMG race I wouldn't be worried, but he's been putting time into getting better at the game, and in random sometimes execution can take a backseat to like making the correct decision. So I was on my toes for sure, and I'm happy to have pulled out the win on this.
Well, you had a pretty good lead, pretty much. Well, there's the butter sword.
Yep, so we found butter sword.
Turtle rock,
And-
big chest. So.
Yep.
But as I was saying, you had a pretty good lead throughout almost the entire seed. So it was a pretty good race and very fun to watch.
I think so far in this tournament, I have really made a point of not underestimating any of my opponents, and it seems to have worked out well for me because I haven't really been playing too lazily. Like, the start of this was not good for me, but as the seed went on and I felt like I was in a bad position, I feel like I made really smart decisions based on the fact that I felt I was in a bad spot and that they worked out.
It's a very good foresight.
So we're gonna get a check on Laser Bridge. Where we find half magic.
Elusive half magic.
Oh, that would have been nice to have.
Yeah. Especially with a King of Somaria start.
I also know that Maniacal is very analytical, so I thought there was a good chance that he might have read the seed better than I did.
Yeah, I mean, it is a possibility. It's just kind of one of those things when you see you don't really read into the fetch quests, especially when it's the double fetch quest. And just both of you just kind of nobody really checked Bumper Cave. The first Bumper Cave check we got was when you actually just went to go, and then we saw the shovel there, and you were set up for it. And we didn't even know. We figured Maniacal actually had the cape, and we looked, and he's like, he doesn't have cape yet, and he just kept avoiding pyramid.
Yeah, avoiding pyramid is something that happens sometimes. When I pulled the cape from there, I was kind of hoping it would be significant later, but I wasn't about to abandon my main route for it.
Yeah, definitely. But Maniacal does take care of Trinex. That's his crystal number 7, so he's going to be off to Ganon's Tower.
Do you think we'll get a full left side check from Maniacal?
We'll see. It's very possible because, typically, I mean, he might even check right side first.
Yeah.
Because he has boots, so he doesn't need to worry about that. And I don't remember if there was a key in those first 2 chests on the right side.
I think there's a small key on the left chest on the right. But I could be wrong.
Oh no, it was just a bunch of rupees. 305 rupees.
That means he's probably going to check all of the left side.
Yeah, we'll see if he decides to go back.
Maybe he'll think the same thing as Elm when he gets all the keys in the skeleton room. And I have no idea why, but I completely just forgot what those guys are called. Stalfos.
Yep. Alright, box across, and he's going to pick up his 3 keys. Alright, we'll see if he goes left side, and he is going to go full left side. So we're going to see pretty much everything Ganon Tower has to offer. Alright, but did you have any final thoughts on the seat, Elminster?
The seed, the other 3 seeds I got, I feel like they catered really well to my playstyle. And I felt like this was the first one that didn't, and this was the first one that really worried me. And I had to make some like really out there decisions that I normally wouldn't.
It didn't seem to show that way, especially with your ability to get through those dark rooms without any issue at all.
I mean, the dark rooms really have nothing to do with it. Like as soon as I find the fire rod, I'm usually good to just completely ignore the lamp. It's just that the fire rod was so late this seed, so I was getting worried.
Yeah, it's really rare to actually not have a fire source until, what, hour and 20 minutes, I think it was, something like that.
Yeah, like my go mode item was the first fire source, so crazy. But I'm glad, like I'm really happy with myself that I managed to do decently on this seed, because this was like, I guess, a big test for me, if I can handle curveballs like this, and it seems like I can at least some of the time. So I feel like my confidence was really shaken early on this match, but I feel a lot more confident going forward now that I've gone through this seed. Like the thing is, with a seed like this, it's not like super trolly. It's just kind of tricky. So with a seed that's super trolly, like something ridiculous like a double dip Ganon's Tower or something like pedestal, you know, they're more like time neutral. Like you expect both runners to fall for like all the traps, and this one is like, you know, someone could have very well not fallen for the trap, and I guess that was me in the end.
Yeah, as the major trap, this one really was technically the Pendant Ice Palace, because that was accessible really early in the seed, actually.
Yeah, if Swamp had turned up nothing, I was gonna go straight to Ice after that. But yeah, I guess that's all I have to say on my end. I think I'll stick around and see if Maniacal will hop in for an interview, because I'm curious what he has to say.
Yeah, because he's about to get his big key. He's just got to hit this crystal switch a couple times, go into the room. He'll have his big key, and he'll be on his way up. So shouldn't be too long for him to finish. And he does get every chest except the tie room, so if you were hoping to find out what was in tie room, not this seed. Yeah, not too many locations where the book could have been. Could be in Ganon's Tower. We didn't check. I don't believe Elminster checked any of the chests on his way up. Not much else.
I just want really quick to point out that Maniacal is lagging rather significantly because of his ring count, because the way that the game, like, it's sort of like checks or calculates your rupees every frame. And the way the math like works with the registers in ACS is if you have higher digits in the number, it takes more processing power. So he's lagging literally because he has a 7 and an 8.
So if he were to get more rupees, it would stop?
Yeah, if those kind of zeros and whole lag, less. If you get like 999, or even like 9999 in as possible with the 4-digit counter in rando, then that's like you'll be able to tell in some of these screens it's really bad, especially in GT.
Yeah, as you have so many sprites just in
Interesting.
each room. Yeah, because now he's got an even higher number. He's got 2 8s and a 7. Yeah, and that's true. We only actually ended up seeing 2 bottles the entire seed, and we only got 1 of them. One more Butter Sword Slash will take down that last line Molus. Just has a few more rooms through the gauntlet. Gets all these torches lit. One more set of 4 torches to light. We'll need to get the key off of these. Alright, bombs open the wall. It's going to refill on his health and magic here. We'll go to Trolldorm 2.
Oh, really?
And we saw him practicing before the race. He was practicing hovering, so he was trying for it, but did not get it that time. And this time, Trolldorm with the disrespect, trying to skip him, he's gonna make you pay now. There's 1 hit, Buttersword only needs 2, then there's 2.
Tandy didn't make the menu change before I even killed him, though, so...
It has to wait a little bit, chest pops up. He will pick it up, which just has a piece of heart. Because why not? You got no health early in the seed, let's just give a heart piece at the very end.
Is that like an apology? I'm sorry, have a little more.
Maybe, or it's just the seed laughing at you. Like, here was some health at the very end of the game.
It would have been funny to have Sank Heart there.
Get a nice triple from Maniacal.
Both got triples at the start.
Right, and down goes Ega 2 on Maniacal's side. So just his Ganon fight. Be a little bit quicker with the Butter Sword, but not too much. Alright, so it's 6 hits for the first 2 phases with the Butter Sword. But we're safely to phase 3. Just 4 shots here, 2 more. And we're in phase 4, so just 4 arrows. Nice dodge on the fire bat. Sets up a double.
I love how Ganon's like, did you find the silver arrows in the light world? The first chest in the light world.
It's like, yeah, my uncle had them for me. And Maniacal gets Ganon. And we're actually joined immediately by Maniacal.
Hey, so what did you guys do today?
Well, you know, watch this seed that decided to not give you any health for like 45 minutes.
What seed?
What seed?
Yeah, this was awful.
GG though.
Oh, was it though?
Yeah.
GG Elm though. Nice win.
It's GG.
Oh my gosh. I'm not super pleased with how I played, but you know, that's understating it. Basically the story there was things went sideways fast. And then you know that strategy where every time you lose you just double your bet until you hit? I never hit. And so basically it was a slippery slope to me blind pulling Ped, and by that time you were already done.
Well, chat appreciated it because we did get to see the blind ped pull prior to the credits telling us what was there.
Yeah, I guess I did sneak it right in before the credits would have revealed the contents of the pedestal, so...
Yeah, I think we were like 4 or 5 screens away from that at the time. Like, we're gonna get a blind ped pull right before we find it, so you don't have to wait.
Nope. Yeah, so how many hearts is the logic changed to now for V23 for Spike Cave? What's the Spike Cave logic right now? That was tearing me up for 45 minutes.
I don't know that it's number of hearts. It's like if you have either Burna or you have Cape and a magic extension, which is either a ball for potion or half magic.
Yeah, I knew that. Someone told me, and I haven't reviewed the patch notes, that there was also an X hearts restriction introduced in like V28 or V29. And since I haven't really played the Link to the Past randomizer since the open tournament in the fall, I definitely missed some things that were like couched deep away in patch notes over the past like handful of versions. And I felt like that was probably part of it.
I think I have heard that before, but I'm really not too sure about it. And it's never really shown up as relevant to me before playing. But I guess this is different with, like, if you went straight to Spike Cave when you go to Death Mountain. I don't know.
I didn't do it on the first trip, but on the second trip where I was dipping Turtle Rock looking for either Fire Rod locking myself or the Fire Rod, which thankfully it locked with the big key in the first chest. I did head over then, because I was already on Dark Death Mountain. The first time I definitely didn't have the right amount of health, but the second time I thought 13 was what I was told was the cutoff, but 13 felt super tight even with the hook shot. So that can't be right.
Yeah, so Alpha Channel said that he looked at the code and there's no reference to hearts within it at all logic. So you have to have the items for it to be logic.
Okay, so then that was a complete fool's errand for me. I don't know. I don't have a reputable source for that information. Apparently, it's not even in the code. I should have just looked myself.
Yeah.
But if it was like deep in the patch notes 3 versions ago, I didn't read all the version patch notes, and so that's on me. But it had come up in one of the race chats at one point that I was watching, and so that's what that disaster was about. But the rest of the disasters were me having the right information and the wrong gambles.
Yeah, and then you get the fetch quest chain, the small fetch quest chain.
Yeah, but by the time I'd gotten to pedestal, I'd seen the dot done, which to me meant either Elm had gotten over to ice fast, and that the big key could still be on the torch, or the big key wasn't on the torch, and that the fire rod wasn't on Ped. And that told me that it had to be Bumper Cave, and that Pyramid had or Pyramid. Because I didn't think that, I mean, I took a lot of time of losses, but the way the logic chain played out, it told me that it very likely wasn't a Ped fire rod at that point, but I was kind of committed at that point.
Yeah, as Ice Palace just ended up being a wild goose chase at that point, because it gave you boots and lamps, so it's like, I can go all these places now.
Yeah, which was convenient, but I really needed it to be like boots plus torch big key or fire rod in there. And when that came up blank, then the next thing was to like parlay that bet into blind Ped, and that also struck out. And so I was kind of in the I'm behind at this point, and I need to gamble wildly to have any shot. And that happened much earlier in the seed than I thought it would, based on all of the early disasters that I experienced, because Hammer plus Moldorms plus three hearts was not my idea of a good time. But
Yeah, I actually attempted blind to 3 hearts and no sword, and that
Yeah.
did not go very well.
yeah, I noped right by Thieves Town on the first pass because I was not interested in attempting that. And so that it left my overworld routing really, really weird. And so I had this like patchwork overworld that I was trying to fill out. And so when I was hunting for my Go mode item, it didn't work. I felt like I was
there
able
just
to,
like a bunch of scattered holes everywhere.
it wasn't everywhere. It was kind of these weird atypical swaths though. So like once I got mitts, I was able to kind of go and clear up like Thieves Town and the Village of Outcasts area and the Smiths sequence and basically everything except for the dig spot over on that sort of part of the dark and light world. But then I hadn't even touched like Mire or the desert area at that point. This was a bizarre one. And part of it was I made it more bizarre by making a bunch of gambles that didn't pay. And part of it was this was just a weird seed, but it's V29, so it is what it is.
It was weird. Kind of what I did is I felt behind because of like dying to blind at 3 hearts, like being stubborn enough to attempt it. And then what else is it? I did dumb stuff like I went into the back of desert all the way to the end without a fire source.
I very nearly did, but I mirrored like when on that bridge room, like when you get up the first set of stairs, right
Okay.
before Popo Genocide 2. Yeah,
But like just stuff
I
like
mirrored
that,
there. Yeah, I took multiple deaths trying to clear East Death Mountain without having broken to get the old man saving quit. So every time I died, I had to like start at Link's house, flute to 1, and walk my slow butt all the way across Death Mountain. And so that must have been like 10 minutes of time loss. It was very bad, but I like died. I think I died to the cave with the two Moldorms. I did spiral cave slowly, and then like after jumping off spiral cave and heading over to Paradox Cave, I immediately had a mini Moldorm turn in a way that I wasn't prepared for, and just died to it. And I just got beat up on Light World Death Mountain.
Actually, I skipped Spiral Cave because I went the hookshot route first because I wanted to check Paradox Cave before going to Hera because I wanted to see if there was a fire source there. And
you said you had. You said
sorry?
you had hookshot at that point?
Yeah, I had hookshot because I had done pod already.
Hmm. Yeah, I
so
was in
I ended
pod.
up doing pod with 5 hearts, I believe now, I think.
Yeah, I was okay on health. I think I had like 7 hearts when I was in pod, but I didn't have a sword yet. And so I didn't really want to do Dark Turtles without a sword.
Okay, that's fair. I got my first sword from the digging game after dying to blind without one, and I was just like, really? Are you kidding me? Come on.
Yeah,
And then the immediate Master Sword right after in the South of Grove
Mhm.
Cave.
Exactly. I was not very pleased with leaving those sword locations for as long as I did, but I think there wasn't a lot I was too pleased with this one.
But like my
that's-
routing in Death Mountain, just like Spiral Cave was never convenient for me to check because I did Paradox. I didn't want to jump off at the top, so I dipped Turtle Rock without Fire Rod, which was very
Mhm.
short, and then like
Yeah.
cleaned up all that stuff, and then did Hera, and then did Spike Cave. Throughout that, there was no good time to jump off and do Spiral Cave, so I was just like, okay, if Fire Rod is in Spiral Cave, then I lose. Like, just whatever.
Yeah, and that's kind of how I felt about like the front part of Skull Woods for a while, and like I went over and I was behind, so I forced a play into Swamp fairly early, and had done Hera. I did Hera before I went over into the Eastern Pod area, and turned in Green Pendant, and that was blank. And so then I was like looking at Swamp, and it was just kind of like brick after brick after brick for me.
You say
So.
looking at Swamp, and it just makes me think of like looking at every area of the game you can go to. Like there are a bunch of really crappy travel brochures, and you don't want to go to any of them.
Yeah, and Swamp is probably at the bottom of the list, but I took a mini Moldorm cave death, I think. Yeah, I took at least one of those, and then like multiple Light World Death Mountain deaths. And so by the time I did anything meaningful in the seed, I was already down like 15 minutes, and so I needed to do some sort of absurd play, and so going into Swamp completely bootsless and just forcing my way through it. I mean, I did get the Ice Rod there, which was ultimately consequential, but not what I needed it to be, of course.
The funny thing, I made that same play because I fell behind, and I got the Ice Rod, and I was just like, okay, well, now I'm not going to go to Ice because I feel like I already got what Flippers are supposed to lead to.
Huh. It's an interesting perspective. I went over to Ice not too long after that, but right around when I decided that it was probably like Ice Palace or Pedestal or Bust for me. Because I knew at that point that I was very behind if you had sequenced things in a more typical order.
Like, just weird seed.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, thankfully, there's a new one next week, and so hopefully it won't be this seed again, and hopefully I won't just spend time dying to mini Moldorms for 30 minutes.
Yeah, well, good luck. I think I've said all that I want to say about the seed itself. So.
Exactly. I'm pretty much done with this one, but
I do want to say, like, thanks to our commentators, and I'm really glad that Miss Metroid started commentating, like, put her audition in for that.
Yay!
Also, again, like, apologies to everyone that was like working this race, because I had some pretty bad stuff come up that delayed me for like an hour.
Yeah, I'm glad that we're able to get the race done anyway. So yeah, thank you to everyone for hanging around and helping to make sure this happened. Really do appreciate it. Commentators, Tracker, Restreamer, and chat as well for kind of sticking with us while we just waited for everything to kind of get set up and rolling. So really
Thank you both
appreciate
for
it.
a great race. It was very entertaining.
Yeah, definitely a fun race to watch.
Yeah, good luck in the next round, Elm.
Good luck to you both.
Yeah, thanks, you too.
All right, and similarly, that's about all I've got to say for now. So I'm gonna leave it to you guys to close it out. Thank you again for commentating.
Well, you're very welcome. Well, I'll do my shout-outs and then I'll let Miss Metroid close us out. But, thank you both to Elminster and Maniacal for giving us a great race to watch commentate on. Thank you, chat, for being so patient early on. I know we were supposed to start at 9 and we ended up starting at about an hour late. So thank you, if you're still here, for being patient while we got everything worked out so we could get this race going. Thank you for everyone working behind the scenes to get the race going. DragonMaster0283 for tracking for us, and Miss Metroid for co-commentating with me.
Thank you too, Sir Link-a-lot. Appreciate it. Thanks, Elm. Maniacal. It was a really great race. I appreciate it. It was very fun for my first time commentating. Chat, you were all very excellent. Thank you so much for sticking around. And I think we'll probably be heading over to Speed Gaming 2, which I believe is the last race on for the night. You're also welcome to tune in tomorrow for the next round of our Link to the Past Spring Tournament races. And thank you, everybody at Speed Gaming. Have a great evening.